Look, Ma, I made it to the Forbes. That is such an endearing statement. That is Pranav Malhotra for you. Forbes 30 under 30. He is the CEO, founder of TruNativ. He is changing the entrepreneurial landscape with his fearless ambition. He's a total game changer. Let's meet the man himself. Let's wait till he gets on this live. Hey everyone. Okay, Pranav is here. Hey Pranav.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Morning is for me on
Okay.
Saturday.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Pranav. So, firstly, congratulations. You are the Forbes 30 under 30, and I think that is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I have known you since you were a little child. You're my son's best friend. You
Yes,
have gone to kindergarten together, and it gives me so much pride to have you here on the paradigm shift. And I'm just so happy that I've taken you, I've hogged you, and I've called dibs on you before everybody else gets to
definitely.
do this with.
And I'm glad to be
And
here. I'm glad to be
congratulations
here.
once again.
Thank you so much. I've been an ardent follower of your page, and I'm happy that I'm talking to the audience today. So
Oh,
let's get going.
that is so sweet, Pranav. Okay, so I know you have a very busy schedule. You're a very busy man, so
Nah.
let's get right into it. Okay, so tell me, Pranav, how does it feel to be selected in this prestigious 30 under 30?
For me, it has been a childhood dream. I was 15 years of age when I found out that there is something called 30 under 30, and I told myself, you have 15 years to make it. So it began that day, and I went and I told my mother as a young kid that this is something that is, a dream that I would want to achieve, and I wrote it on a paper, and I told her that the minute I win this, my opening speech will start with the words saying, "Look, I made it to Forbes." And
Oh,
very recently, I did have the chance to do that, and it was a very emotional moment for all of us because we somewhere prepared for this one day. So we were
oh.
very happy when we were able to achieve that, and I think it really came after a lot of, I would say, uh, dedication and, a lot of, I would say, a lot of struggle and a lot of ups and downs and this and that and this and that. So, so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, what is your initial reaction when you got this news?
So it was a very emotional moment. Like I mentioned, just woke up. It was a normal day for me, and it started as something which was a very normal morning, and I just happened to open my email. So this was something which we had, known it may come, and Forbes had reached out to us and posed that.
I think we had a network drop, so we are waiting for Pranav to join back again.
Yes, sorry, I had a
No
network
problem.
drop. Back.
Great to have you back. Okay, so you
Yes,
were saying about your
yes.
normal Drishti's here. Drishti is his newly wedded wife.
Beloved wife.
The lady
Yeah,
behind your success, that's your mom actually.
definitely. I think it's both of them, So since we're talking about it, I think we've been Drishti and me have been together for the last 10 years now. So she has also been an equal part to all these dreams I've seen, and she has been an ardent supporter and during my lows and my highs, and she's been around, and she's always motivated me with whatever I have, faced in my life. So I would say these are the two women who were behind
Oh,
my
that
success.
is so beautiful. Drishti, isn't it nice to have such a loving husband and a man who can actually, express his emotional side, which is such a rare thing, Ajkal. My son does that, but I know that there are very few of you that, very few of you that are here. Anyway, let's get back, let's get back into
Yeah.
this. Okay. So can
Yep.
you briefly describe the business venture that led to your nomination and to your success?
So like we were mentioning, it was a very emotional morning, and I just happened to see a mail by Forbes, and I had received a nomination request from Forbes about 3 months ago, and we had filled out the details, etc. So they actually, scout. You can't apply to this in any format. You will have to wait for them to reach out to you. So I was 3 years away from the 30s. So I was hoping that one day that mail will come, and that came 3 months ago. But then also we were competing with 3,000 individuals across Asia. So the whole chances were looking bleak. But I said, it is a ardent dream, and I must chase it. And I did all the requirements, and I happened to speak to them and have an interview, etc. And it was supposed to be announced in May. So, the minute 1st of May was here, I was looking for an email and it didn't come. And 15th May was here, and I was wondering if I made the cut. And out of the entire, you know, anticipation of getting through the list, I wasn't even Googling if the list
Oh,
was out yet,
okay.
right? So, God forbid we didn't make it, it would have been a heartbreaking moment. So I said, might as well
Hmm.
next year or something like that. But on 17th May, I just woke up and I was just sipping my morning coffee, and I saw an email from Forbes. And again, the entire cycle of whether it is a rejection email or a congratulatory email was the question. So thankfully, opened up and saw that I've made it, and it took me a moment to, really, I would say, take it down. And next thing was I just went up to mom and I hugged her and I started sobbing. That was how my morning began. And she was worried as to what happened, and I told her I made it.
Oh,
Look, ma, I made it to Forbes. That was my morning. And post that, Drishti was having a shower, so I told her to, digitally come out, and it was such an emotional morning, guys. All of us were crying. I feel all of us were crying. I think everyone knew how much I wanted to chase this, and earlier it was being a part of the 30 under 30 India, but we made it to the Asia list, so I was happy to represent the country as well. So, the nationalist in me woke up, and I was really happy that I could put out the name of the country on this global list. So, there is it.
absolutely. Like I said, you're changing the entrepreneurial landscape. So, I'm sure you're going to put this now on the world as well. So we can try.
Definitely,
There are 3 more years. We can try one more time. Is that allowed?
definitely. No, I think they've opened Forbes 40 under 40 now as well, so we have a lot of time in hand.
Okay. Okay, so getting back to the question, please can you tell us about your business venture that led you to this success?
So I've been a part of my family business since the age of 15, and the good thing I would say my parents were doing was they always kept me very close to the ground in terms of what business looks like. So even as a child, I understood what kind of business we were in, and earlier we were into manufacturing of watches and bags, and I was working alongside my mother and father to scale that business up. So from 15 to 20, I would say I spent the entire time learning the crux of business. And I did not go to a B school. I would say my mother was the B school that I went to, and I think I could not have gone to a better B school for sure. So 15 to 20 was a lot of learning and, figuring out as to how businesses work. And, we happened to start a retail brand that time as well. So a lot of learning around that. And post that at 20, after, spending considerable time in the family business, I reached out to them sharing my vision of building a multi-crore empire. And as a young kid, those were the dreams I had. And I told them that I want to chase my dreams and I need you to let me do that. And they were very supportive. So just after my college, when there were summer vacations around of that, instead of partying, I just told my parents that I need to go to this exhibition in
Right.
Frankfurt in Germany, which is the world's largest food show. And I didn't know anything about it. In fact, I got my visa in the morning and I flew out that night. And it was a young person just trying to explore what is happening. And that was the turning point for me, wherein I realized that India as a country lacks a lot of the infrastructure that health and wellness companies are able to provide globally. And that is when the new government had come in and they were preaching the Make in India concept. So that is where we realized that the entire infrastructure around this has to be built. So I decided to get into imports of proteins and bioactives and health-based products, and that is where we began. In fact, it was a very humble start. When the first consignment arrived, I didn't know what to do, and in fact, I was the one picking up the bags from the containers on the first day. So it was a very humble beginning, but God was kind. In 5 years, we became one of the largest importers in the country, grossing over $10 million in revenue. So that was a very good move for us. And post that, at 25, I realized that we have somewhere built what we had to, and it was getting boring again for me. So I keep challenging myself with newer ventures. I need to stay on that. I would say sometimes I tell myself I'm very hard on
Absolutely.
myself. So I wanted to step into something new here. So um, wanted to use this supply chain and build a consumer facing brand, because we've been supplying to a lot of FMCG companies around the world and in India as well. So we understood how these businesses are built on the back end, but we always wanted to build a front end to it. So there is where TruNativ began, as a two-person brand, wherein my mother was there and my younger brother Ishan was a part of it. And we two kiddies started running around trying to fight the biggies in FMCG, and sharing a vision to change the world and change the nutrition landscape of India. And I would say it has been an encouraging journey so far, with its sets of challenges and good days and bad days. And we managed to have the company bring in a strategic investment from one of the largest FMCGs in the country, which is Imami Group. And alongside we have Nitin Kamath, who's the board member for TruNative, and he's the founder of Zerodha, which is, I feel, a very, very aspirational businesses. And it really shows how Indian businesses can change and impact the larger atmosphere around the globe, right? So very, very, very lucky to have good set of investors backing our vision, and we've been on a journey of building and creating, or basically simplifying nutrition for Indian families. That is what we're
Awesome.
trying to do.
That is awesome. Okay, now what, like you just said, that you were in the business, or the what inspired you to get into a business and not like get into a normal job or whatever. What set you apart?
To be very honest, the sound of money I really enjoyed. The ringing of the notes really encouraged me as a child. But jokes apart, I have been wanting to get into politics post my financial career, or I would say primary career. So at 15 is where I gave myself 15 years to technically sort out what the problem of money is throughout the journey of all the people that are trying to work. So I just wanted to just finish out the financial end, and just let myself loose to explore the political side of what India has to offer. So it is the motivation of sitting in parliament one day that is driving me to just clear this out.
Whoa, that is so cool. You already have.
It's just been an ardent dream. I feel India is a country which is growing, and representation of skilled minds would help this country grow. And all the people often want others to work and do the bad work and the I would say the difficult work. And I feel if you possess a skill and if you can put it to good use to your country, why not?
Absolutely, that is gorgeous, and you had such a big vote bank already. We are all ready. You tell us when we'll be there. And like you rightly said,
Definitely.
Pranav, that like we just keep saying ye nahi ho raha, wo nahi ho raha, but I mean, I am absolutely so happy that young minds like you can actually step out and say, I will make the change. That is awesome.
No, it's been a dream, and the I believe that business and politics can't go hand in hand. Uh, it has to be a clear cut focus, or else I will try to find business in politics, which I don't want to do, and we'll be one of the big lots that we see around. So I really want to, clear the landscape for me, build my bank balance, and forget what, I'm just being very honest, forget what money means, and post that I just do the social good to the entire country. That
Oh
is the
my
goal.
God, God bless you, Pranav. I'm so honored speaking to you. This is my privilege that and
No, no,
and and I'm
no, no.
sure God is somewhere saying Tathastu because you're such a good soul. So sweet, so sweet.
Hope so. Let's see. Hopefully, one day we are interviewing in the parliament as well.
Yay! Okay. So, what were your biggest challenges when you were building this business, and how did you overcome them?
So FMCG as a country, as a business, and as a sector is considered one of the most challenging sectors to build in. Uh, I didn't know anything about it. We started as plain newbies or rookies in this, and it it took a while to understand the situation that the country operates in and the kind of infrastructure that is available and what kind of trends are coming up. So I would say I haven't cracked all of it yet. I am still on the journey of building it. But every day, you overcome new challenges and you overcome and you win somewhere and you lose somewhere. I wouldn't say it's a very uphill ride. Being an entrepreneur is a emotional challenge as well. You direct. So me being a person who is so passionate about his businesses, I really take it to my heart, right? So when one day of sales dropping really doesn't let me sleep at night. So I would say it is a uphill task, and I, as an entrepreneur, need to balance between my work life and my personal life. Because for me, when I'm building something, I'm at it. Even if I'm sleeping at 3 a.m. in the night, you might wake me up and ask me something, and I can
Okay.
answer you about it. So I think I need to, segregate what personal life and work life means, and I would suggest all the fellow people who are chasing big dreams that this is something that you need to balance out. Because I have seen a lot of stress at a young age, and I think stress management or work life management is of key importance to anyone who is looking to build. So I feel challenges are something that come every day. Being in this market, you have competitors around you. You have a lot of big giants keeping their close eyes on you. So, product innovation getting copied and this and that. So there are challenges every day, but as an entrepreneur, you are the captain of the ship, and you are supposed to steer the ship the way it's supposed to move, right? So challenges are a part of the journey, and you should be taking it head on. So there are days which are scary as well, but there are great days wherein accomplishments like Forbes, etc., motivate you to complete the
Yeah.
next leg of the journey. So I would say it is a balance of good and bad, and that's how life is as well.
Oh,
So very similar to
that
that.
is so well said. Okay. How do you manage to differentiate yourself from the others in the industry and gain recognition on such a prestigious platform? Like you said, you were amongst the 3,000 that were nominated.
So I technically haven't been a very social kind of an entrepreneur. I don't, really push out a lot of PR or anything of that sort wherein I'm trying to compete with an entrepreneur, besides me. I'm just looking to do what I do and I'm looking to excel in that. And I think the recognition comes with that. I haven't put any kind of special effort or anything of that sort to, have these kinds of awards or something come to me. And it has just been, the very famous dialogue with Three Idiots that success के पीछे मत भागो काम के पीछे भागो success आ ही जाएगी. So I've just been very focused to what I need to do, and all these things are just small boosts that motivate you. For me, the moment of winning that Forbes award was just for a day. Next day we were back at working, and I had forgotten what happened, and that's how it's supposed to be. Because you can't let these things win over you. These are just motivating factors which help you, achieve the larger goal. So for that, I mean, it's the same for me as well. I don't really do anything specific as such to differentiate myself. I just do what I'm good at and I just keep chasing it day in,
Oh,
day out. So that's
that
about
is
it.
so cool. Okay, can you, what roles did, let's talk about your mentors and your advisors. How did they help you leverage
Yeah.
their expertise and to grow your business?
So I would say the number one mentor has been my mother. I think I've learned, how to dream big from her. There has been no ceiling to your dreams, and all of these things have come in at a very young age, and it has shaped me the way I am. So I would give all that credit to her. She's been the number one mentor in my life for sure. Apart from that, I think I happened to meet a few good souls in my journey, such as Nitin Kamath, who is the founder of Zerodha. So, talking to him has made me feel that even after building, I would say 10 billion or $20 billion business, he is still the person that he is, right? So these things are something that you learn from souls like these. So I would say he's been a great mentor to me. Apart from that, a gentleman named Apur Sharma, who is the director and the managing director of the country's largest venture fund, who is also an investor with us. He was the first person who took a bet on me when the product or the business wasn't ready. It was just an idea. So I happened to interact with him at a forum, and he just told me that, Pranav, whatever the heck in this world you are doing, um, I want to be with you on this, right? I don't care what you're building. So he happened to invest in my business without my pitch deck. So I would say these people are the ones who pushed me to really realize my true potential. And you know the the I had to prove a point once they invested in me, right? So that really pushed me to, keep growing this business. And we've reached a substantial stage today wherein we are one of the brands which are known in the market and with Kareena Kapoor and Imami. And it's come with a lot of, I would say, challenges and good opportunities. But primarily, it's been venture capitalist, managing director who placed a bet wherein we were nothing. And he said that you must explore this, and in fact, this is very strange that your investor made your first pitch deck, right? So it was a very good moment for us, where we really explored, and I would say these are the few people who made an impact to this business. And apart from that, I would say you keep having good souls and bad souls enter your atmosphere in business, right? So really believe that these are challenges that come, and certain people come through to help you sail, and certain people come to drown your ship. So you
Oh,
have to fight it
that
accordingly.
is so cute. Okay, as a young entrepreneur, Pranav, how do you balance innovation, risk taking with the need of stability and sustainability in your business? Like you just talked about, all the balancing, everything. Please tell us.
So we've been we've been an innovation-led brand. The entire purpose of TruNativ was to, bring out innovative nutrition products to Indian families. We realized a very big gap in the market wherein if I needed protein, I would have, had to either be sick or either be a bodybuilder. The brands currently in the market were prevalent only for these kind of categories, like protein extra ensure is doctor recommended, and gym supplement is often used by people who are looking to build up or build muscle. But the largest question in my mind was, what about the people who just want to stay healthy? They're not sick, they are not gym goers, and the largest strata of the country which we are talking about doesn't have a product in this sector, right? So we wanted to really innovate, and we also realized that the concept of shakes is a very Western concept. In India, you always speak about how you should eat your food and get your sources right from the food itself. So that's where we got into the R&D, and we developed a product which fortifies your food with protein rather than you having a shake. So that is the kind of innovation we follow. And similarly, we went to the fiber categories, and recently we happened to solve one of the largest challenges, not just in India but in the globe, which is sugar replacement. We managed to create a sugar replacer using monk fruit extract, and it has everything that sugar has to offer, but without the calories or the insulin spikes. So diabetic friendly as well. So I feel really happy about the kind of products that we
Yeah.
are able to launch, and certainly creating a difference with what kind of consumption patterns India has. And going ahead, as a country prospers, the health data of a country needs to prosper. India is number one in heart diseases, number one in diabetes, number one in cholesterol. So I don't think these are very good markers, and not just the government, but private efforts are required to change this kind of a landscape. So thus, we are an innovation-led brand, and we, probably look to always drive on innovation primarily.
Absolutely. I can very easily say that I am using your uh, everyday protein. Did we look to there? Yeah, yeah.
Thank
And we're
you.
using your everyday protein at home, and it's available on Amazon. Where else is it available, Pranav? Please tell us.
So it's across the retail chains, the modern trade, Nature's Basket, Wellness Forever, Noble, and all the possible places online you can look at. So our own websites, Amazon, Flipkart, and the dozen other marketplaces that you see. So we've tried to create a very wide
Yes.
reach over there. and hopefully we will be able to really push this out to the people
Right.
who need
And
it. So yeah.
also the fiber is amazing for gut health. So I think that's an amazing product as well because
So product, fiber as a category has been overlooked in India. You often look at laxatives and churans, and I felt this has to be changed. Gut health and stomach health is something that impacts millions and millions of Indians, and only churans can't be your source of solving these things. So we went to the root cause and created a product, and it had excellent market validation. We've been number one sellers on Amazon for 6 months now, outselling the top of the top brands in the country. So I would say if you create a good product, customers find you. They find you
absolutely.
somehow.
And your mom's on the live finally. She's very late, but we can say hi. Mamta, hi. We're in conversation with your beautiful, beautiful son, and he's doing such a great job. And you've done such a great job with him. Okay. Um, Pranav, how do you stay motivated and continue to push yourself to achieve new goals and milestones? Actually, you've already.
I'm sorry, but I just want to thank someone who's saying that we've got the best products. I think it means a lot, and these kind of comments help us build for the customers around us. So
Yes.
thank you so much. Yeah.
So, okay, how do you stay motivated and continue to push yourself to achieve new goals? That is inbuilt.
It is inbuilt, but somewhere, as we've departed on this journey, earlier we've been part of family businesses and decision making was primarily in this cabin, right? So me and my parents were the decision makers, but with the external investors coming into the new business, the entire landscape changes. Now you're talking about a business that is much larger and you have to take growth angles and growth steps in that format. So motivation is something that is very, very needed. It's very challenging to build in this kind of structure. I would say the larger goal, or I would say Arjun की आंख जो बन गई है उसी के पीछे भाग रहे हैं. Left, right. I don't look at what is happening around me, and what is needed to be done is needed to be done. I think I would just want to say to all the people who are looking to build in any career, it could be business, it could be music, it could be dance, it could be anything. That patience and perseverance are the only things that can really give you results. I mean, if I had left this journey midway, I probably didn't know where I would have made it. And if I leave it today, I probably don't know what I can create tomorrow. So I would say that uh, just keep walking towards your goal. Just show up every morning. There have been days where when I'm under my office, I don't feel like entering my office because we've not been able to do what we set out to do in some days. So I would say just showing up and just acting on it will take you an inch closer to your goals every day. And that is my only recommendation and advice to anyone who's looking to build, that just show up, just keep doing what you do, and things will move. I have been a first-hand example of this. That no matter how difficult it is, I am
Oh
showing up no
my
matter what.
God, that is such a beautiful thing because yes, consistency, every day getting up in the morning, going to office
Very important.
and just getting the everyday daily challenges, I think that makes a lot of this. How do you approach networking and building relationships within your industry?
So I think for me, um, I'm not a very active entrepreneur. I try to stay in my own zone because I've seen the pros and cons of this industry. What happens is when you really put yourself out there, you are often compared to the
Okay.
entrepreneurs around you, and the landscape is something that is varied for every single individual, right? So building connects for me has been building the connects with the people who I
Right.
want to really connect to. Apart from that, I'm not a very outgoing person in that format. I like to stay in my zone. I want to be focused because what happens is, that this company has raised this amount and that entrepreneur is doing this and he's doing that, and that really pushes your self-esteem to a level wherein you start
Right.
questioning, am I doing the right thing? So I have decided to keep a step back, and I want to build in my own zone. I don't want to really be out there, and I don't want these articles and newspaper awards and all that. I've been a part of them, and I feel that those are just motivating factors for me. They don't bring me a lot of encouragement anymore. I think it is just that I want to stay so focused and not let anything shake my mental balance, right? So you know what I mean, right? When you're in a competitive landscape, you often have a lot of news around these things which impact you mentally as well. So I try to stay away from them. With regards to building connects, I've had a chance to connect with some wonderful people through this journey. But like I said, I decide who I want to connect with. I don't really push myself out there and network. That's not me.
Are
So,
there any specific trends or emerging technologies that you're excited about and plan to leverage in your future endeavors?
um, I think technology, the landscape is improving every day. I think AI as a format is very exciting to look at. It is certainly eliminating a lot of man hours that you put into do small things. So to be honest, earlier you would want to sit and write your entire emails and your decks, etc. Now a simple prompt to an AI can help you draft that. If not complete it entirely, at least can draft it for you. Similarly, you have a lot of AI things to help you build your copy and you build your website and build it. So I feel opening up a new business is getting more and more easier. Um there is a lot of innovation in the AI space. I'm really excited for that, and I want to see how this can be merged with the entire consumer landscape. As you see, emerging technologies such as the Google Bard coming up, and I feel these things will really not replace humans, but complement humans in achieving what they really want to, right? So I feel Chat GPT or all of these kind of concepts can't replace a human being because you need prompts, but they can help you refine what you're certainly trying to do, and I think that's a great way to leverage technology. My best friend has been a tech geek, and I feel these are the people who are really driving this entire thing with regards to tech enabling other people to function better. I think that is the job
Right,
of the technology. So I'm very excited about what
right.
it comes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just the last few questions. So before we go into those questions, I want to request everybody that is joining us from Pranav's side, please go and follow, like, and share our page, The Paradigm Shift, because we bring you beautiful, excellent, inspiring, motivating stories like Pranav Malhotra, and we come here every week. I know we've taken a long hiatus, but we're going to be back with like young, energetic people to really shake you guys out of your comfort zone and be there like Pranav with his fearless ambition and his risk-taking ability. Pranav, and I think
Mm.
we need to tell all the paradigm shifters that go and follow Pranav so that you will always stay motivated with whatever things he's doing. And we need to get the vote bank ready for the 2028. 28, Pranav, or after that?
No, I really, to be honest, since you're talking about it, I will never want to come as a face or a CMPM kind of a candidate. I really want to
Oh,
work on the back end. So how probably an external affairs ministry wherein you are trying to safeguard India's interest against the Western powers around you. So more on the back end, I think coming onto the public strata again will really destroy a lot of things and family life, and I don't want to do that. I really want to be on the back end and really put in the impact where it's needed. I don't want any kind of fame or any kind of that. I mean, I think priorities for me have changed in the last few years. When I have had some kind of a fame, I
oh,
realize it's not for me. It's not for me. I really love my little circle. I love my family. I love my little household, and I want to
oh,
be
that
around
is
that.
so cute. Okay, so would you like, so that we're getting into this in the last question, what will your advice be to all the young entrepreneurs who want to be in this place that you live?
Like I mentioned earlier, I think it is nothing but persistence and perseverance and patience. Have patience. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes years and years for things to come to a decent level. So I would say even if you start something, start with a patient mindset. Don't expect results on day one. Things will change, your business will change, the landscape will change, your products may change. I feel what we started with TruNativ, as a product bank is no more even with us in the assortment, right? So fruit and all these, we realize as you build your business, you realize what is good for you and what is bad for you. So I would say just keep patient and keep building for the larger goal. I mean, just set your benchmarks really high. Often as a child, when I used to talk big, a lot of people told me that these are very big dreams and this and that. And my only question to myself or probably them was that the people who have achieved it are the same humans which are born from their mother's womb, right? So everyone has a journey and everyone has those opportunities. And I would say dream big and, shoot for the stars, you might end up in space, right? So I would say at least what you can do is when you're starting, create large goals for yourself. That will help you really push yourself, and you can achieve it day by day. Give yourself enough time for it. I'm not trying to get into that zone of anyone feeling pressurized with their ambition. But I would say at least the first thing should be that you should be dreaming big. And I have always dreamt big, right? Even as we speak, I'm talking about sitting in the parliament. It may sound funny, but this is a dream that I have set for myself, and I'm a dreamer, right? I lived through that. So I would say dream big, be patient, and be consistent.
Thank
That
you
is
so
all.
much. There is somebody who wants to know about your mum and Drishti. Guys, we're going to be uploading this live very soon, and Pranav has been very, very sweet, and he's given Drishti, his wife, and his mother all the credit for him being here. He's a sweetheart, and thank you guys so much for being here. And Pranav, thank you so much for doing this. We've been planning this, and we've been
Thank you so
planning this
much.
for such
Thank
a
you.
long time, and we were always taking it in a joke, but here you have given us
Yeah.
a reason to be motivated and inspired, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It was a lovely afternoon talking to you about this, and I thank everyone who's joined this live. I hope I'm able to make
Oh,
this much of an impact.
you will make this much of an
Yeah.
impact. Thank you so much, Pranav. See you. Take care. Bye.
Chalo. See
You
you.
too.
Take care. Have a nice day.